Let's take a couple of deep breaths together as we connect with our higher self. We connect with our soul. We connect to our truth. Let's bring back to our awareness, our energy. Claim your energy back from all of the worries, all of the things that are keeping you connected to everything outside of you. Bring everything back to you at this moment. And when you take a deep breath with me right now, you're going to imagine all of your energy coming back to you, coming back to center from all time, space, dimensions. Take a deep breath, bringing in all of your energy back, and release your mouth. Releasing all tension or worries. Take another deep breath. Bringing in all of your energy, bringing back, claiming back your energy, and release your mouth. And releasing all tension, all worries, all anxiety, all fear. Releasing and allowing Mama Gaia, Pachamama to receive and transmute, alchemize all of this for you. All you have to do is just be present and set that intention within you. As we open the sacred container of knowledge and truth, I'm going to call upon Archangel Michael to shield and protect this space. Help us clear any blocks, interferences, extra souls that don't serve the highest good of the soul that is watching this video. I release, say that within yourself. I release all that doesn't serve my highest good. Spirit asks you to please release all of these for these souls and support the higher self of the soul to let go. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Archangel Raphael, I call you in to help us connect to the healing energy of the universe. I ask you to please bless this video with the loving embrace of the beautiful golden and green, emerald green light. Infuse this video now with the energy of harmony, health, support, self-love, and love. Use me as a vessel and let my voice be infused with your energy, dear soul. Thank you for being here. I call upon Archangel Metatron to come forth and help us understand the truth, to connect us to our higher self, to understand the truth of the universe, to bring that spiritual understanding that we need to be able to grow in this beautiful planet. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance and support. And I humbly present to you all of the information that is given, passed down from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for using me as your vessel. I am humbled, and with immense gratitude, I share your knowledge. Thank you, Spirit. I want to invite you to just put your hands on your heart space. And at this moment, just give yourself this very moment, the opportunity to set an intention, to open up your heart, to receive, and to be open. Thank you, Spirit. Aho. Namaste, beautiful soul. Welcome to the Blooming Lotus Healing Channel. My name is Jakara, and I am a spiritual healing facilitator. I am sharing with you today a little bit of information in regards to souls and soul connections. There was a question that I found very interesting, and I wanted to answer it here, which I thought was quite an interesting question, because it really comes to really address a certain aspect of our soul that is not really discussed, because we are in this dimension where we are experiencing duality, and we experience finality. We experience finality in many things in our lives. And because of that expression that we experience, very real experience, we tend to get lost in that experience and forget our true essence and our true beautiful spiritual presence. and what it really means and how eternal it is. So I just wanted to mention that I want you to come here into this. I want to invite you to come here into this conversation with an open heart and an open mind, because sometimes I feel that the truth that sometimes we share with each other can trigger each other. Sometimes we can get triggered by the information that is given to us, and so it's up to us to really feel into our hearts and figure out, is this my ego? Am I being triggered because this is my ego, or am I being triggered because this doesn't align with my truth? And if it doesn't align with your truth, then that's perfectly fine. Everyone has their truth, their soul truth. So what I'm about to share with you is my soul truth, but it doesn't have to be your truth. And I just wanted to preface the video with this because it's important to recognize that we're all in our own path, in our own expression, and in our own experience. And our experience is unique to us. And we've got to honor that beautiful path that we're on. But if this resonates with you, then please allow yourself to receive it in your heart and expand into it at your own capacity, at your own pace. So the question was, can soul connections be severed or broken? And the answer to this can be it's a little layered. But in truth, the reality is that no, they cannot be broken. However, there can be energetic noise that is infused between that soul and the other soul that can make it feel like it's broken. But the reality is that there's never, absolutely never, a broken connection between souls. And the reason why is because the energy is it's always flowing between us. It's always flowing. However, when you have an energetic, let's say, wall in between two souls, it can feel like it's broken. It can feel like it doesn't, like it's not existing anymore. And I feel like sometimes when people, for example, get certain work done, let's just say witchcraft or any sort of work that will prevent two people to come together. Maybe there's a romantic, connotation, but it could be not romantic. It could be family. It could be friendships. But let's say there is a work that is done to put between both of these people. There truly isn't a way to break a relationship, a soul relationship. What it is again layers of noise that can create that experience here on the 3D on this planet, as if it's broken. So what I want to invite you to recognize and start seeing between you and your loved ones and those who you meet throughout your life is that there's always going to be a connection between you and that person. The difference is how that connection is going to be played out on this planet and how it's going to be expressed here on this planet. Just because on this planet we're expressing a different thing, let's say a different type of relationship between you and that person, it doesn't mean that there's not a connection at the upper realms. So the upper realms are always connected to the lower realms. However, whatever is happening up here, it doesn't always let's say it doesn't always affect what's happening down here, because certain things that are done here on this plane, on the 3D, need to be resolved here on the 3D for us to be able to mend, for us to feel like it got mended here on the 3D. Hence the reason why sometimes when, for example, I'm just going to give you an example of whenever I've done clearings for clients and someone comes in and they have a strained relationship with a parent or a strained relationship with a loved one, or maybe stop talking to a loved one. And then suddenly, when we check the relationship, we see that there's programs between these two people, right? The client and the person of interest. The interesting thing about this, though, is that a lot of times it has to do with other lifetimes. So think about it this way: this is the energetic noise that is creating that type of situation of separation between those two people. So it can be harm that was done in another lifetime. It could be discordant energies that were experienced in the other lifetime that were never resolved. The same thing with the harm. If it was never resolved and then you incarnate it again, then your job on this lifetime is to mend that relationship. And that's difficult, especially when you're feeling the energies and you're feeling, and there's things that may have happened on this lifetime that were expressed on this lifetime that were a result of the issue, right, from another lifetime. And then it's kind of hard for us to move through all that energy. Hence the reason why it's important for us to move through all of those emotions and do the inner work within ourselves so that we can shift the energy between us and the other person. So back to the question, can a soul relationship or soul connection be broken? No, but it may need healing. So broken? No. Healing? Yes. And how do you heal? So there's different ways that you can heal. The first thing that you want to do, though, is that you want to start looking at self first. No other way around this, y'all. Because what happens is that when you start looking at things from the perspective of self, then you're able to take responsibility for your own actions, responsibility for your own spiritual hygiene, for your own energetic hygiene, and then you're able to shift your perspective on things, and it's a little easier for you. It's a little easier for you to interact with the other person. Now, granted, the other person has to do the same. And that's where things can get a little complicated. And sometimes we have this fantasy and this idea that we want this to happen. We have these expectations, these high expectations whenever we do some healing on ourselves and we do the work, and we're thinking, well, hopefully the other person will do the same. And sometimes they'll get ignited on their own, but we got to do this fully for ourselves. And we've got to take full responsibility for our own path, right? So the idea here is not do it because of, oh, well, this is going to benefit the relationship. Of course it's going to benefit the relationship. I'm not saying no, but really doing it more for the perspective of, okay, I'm going to do this because I want my own peace of mind. I want my own, expression of peace in my own life, regardless of the fact that this is not exactly where I want it to be right now. I still feel peace within myself that I've done everything I can on my power to be able to feel better about this. And when the other person is ready to come to me, then I am ready to receive them with open arms. So this is, and also coming into the understanding when we are dealing with the expectation and the expectation of the other person changing, right, all the time. And I know I've done this before, right? Like I've done this where I get so miserable because I have this expectation that the person is going to change. And then when the person doesn't change, it's like, well, why is this happening? And then we go back to this, we kind of re-victimize ourselves into the process. So really reminding ourselves, right, that we're here to really work on ourselves and really practice radical self-acceptance so that we can practice radical acceptance of others as well. Because if we are loving someone from a place of hoping that they change, are we really truly loving them, right? Are we really truly giving them the love that they deserve? So then that's when we can start seeing how conditional our love can be. Oh, I will love you. I love you, but I wish you could such and such and such. Instead of saying, I love you, period. And I love you exactly as you are. And I see you and I honor you and I honor your experience. And it's difficult when you have strained relationships, absolutely. Hence the reason why it's important to really clear the energy between you and the other person, not because the other person is going to change or because you're suddenly going to change, but it's also going to change. It's going to help you. It's going to help facilitate the change within you more than anything. Not the change for the other person, but the change within you, the change of perception within you. So when we're no longer riddled by these energies and these energetic blocks that are, or noises that are keeping us from really seeing clearly, our own, and taking responsibility for our own self, for our own actions, then if we're not able to do that, so it's kind of hard to move towards healing. So in essence, our experience here on this planet is meant to be human, and humanity can be messy, and there's darkness and there's light, and there's all of these elements of our humanness, right, that are important for us to embrace. So those moments when you're feeling like, oh, well, this is kind of dark and this is not the right way, and start thinking about, well, what is in here for me, and how can I feel more comfortable, and how can I find the thing that is triggering me, and where is it coming from, so that I can move towards healing myself, and in turn be able to embrace and embody unconditional love within myself, for myself first, so that I can shine that to others. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I want to invite you to my soul relationships class that I'm going to be teaching on January 21st. So it's going to start on January 21st. It's going to be a workshop class. It's going to be live for 4 weeks. We're going to be talking about soul relationships and all the soul connections. We're going to learn how to determine what's the type of soul relationship that we have with our loved ones, with our person of interest. And we're also going to learn I'm going to teach you how to clear energies between you and the other person. And I think that's a really powerful thing, right? I think that's really beautiful. So I want to invite you to really take a moment to listen to your heart, see if this is something that resonates with you. And if it does, I want to invite you to sign up. I'm going to have the information down below. And also, if you want to sign up for my email list so that you can be notified first when the soul relationships class is available, then you'll know, and you can sign up as soon as possible. So it's very limited. I'm not going to have a big group, so I'm opening it to very, very few people. So make sure that you sign up as soon as you can, once it becomes available, of course. And so with that said, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments, and let me know if you have any requests of any videos about soul relationships, or any other videos about Akashic records. Maybe you have requests for meditation videos. I haven't done those in a while. So if you have any requests for meditation videos, please let me know in the comments. I would love to get your feedback, and I'm here to basically give you what you need. So whatever you need, just let me know. I'm here for you. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And make sure that you click that like button if you like this video. And if you did like this video, or maybe you like another video that you've watched here on this channel, I invite you to share with your loved ones. The more you help me grow this channel, the more we can help others expand and receive the message from Spirit. Thank you so much. I love you, and namaste.